Korea has a quiet habit of inventing or quietly perfecting the small things that make daily life run a little smoother, and then folding them so deeply into ordinary routine that locals forget the rest of the world does not have them. These are not headline-grabbing megaprojects. They are the practical, clever, everyday innovations that solve a real, nagging problem so well that, once you have seen one in action, its absence everywhere else suddenly feels like a baffling oversight. Here are 14 Korean innovations that work so well they genuinely should already exist everywhere on Earth, simply waiting for the rest of us to catch up. First, the convenience store noodle machine. You grab a cup of instant noodles off the shelf, set it under a dedicated little machine, and it pours exactly the right amount of boiling water and runs the timer for you automatically. Perfect noodles every single time, in under a minute, with no kettle and no guesswork at all. It takes one of the tiniest everyday tasks imaginable and makes it completely foolproof, and getting a hot, satisfying snack at any hour becomes almost absurdly easy. Second, the home water purifier that does it all. A huge share of Korean homes and offices have a sleek countertop water dispenser that delivers cold, hot, and even ice-cold water on demand, instantly, very often rented and regularly serviced, so maintaining it is never your problem. No kettle to boil, no ice trays to refill, no heavy bottles to haul up the stairs. Clean water at any temperature you like, the precise moment you want it, quietly becomes one of those things you simply stop having to think about. Third, the sheet mask. Korea took the face mask and popularized the single-use sheet soaked in serum, a folded cloth you press onto your skin for a few minutes of deep hydration with zero mess and almost zero effort. It took a step that used to be a fussy, expensive ritual and made it cheap, fast, and genuinely accessible to absolutely everyone. What was once something you went to a spa for became a quiet 2-minute habit you can do on the couch, and the entire world's beauty shelves now carry the simple idea that Korea made completely normal. Fourth, the electric heating mat. Instead of burning energy to heat an entire empty room, Koreans will often warm a mat or a blanket right where they are actually sitting or sleeping, delivering cozy, targeted warmth for a tiny fraction of the cost. On a cold night, it is wonderfully, almost smugly efficient, heating the person rather than all the cold air around them. It is a simple but profound rethink of what home heating is even for, and it quietly saves both money and energy on every single cold winter night, year after year. Fifth, instant rice that is genuinely good. Korean ready rice comes sealed in a little bowl, microwaves in under 2 minutes flat, and tastes remarkably close to a freshly cooked pot off the stove. It quietly rescued the single most time-consuming staple of the daily table and made a proper, satisfying meal possible in mere minutes. For anyone who is short on time but completely unwilling to give up real, warm food, it is a small, everyday miracle sitting patiently on the shelf, ready to step in whenever ordinary life simply gets too busy to cook from scratch. Sixth, the daily health tonic, like red ginseng. Korea built an entire everyday wellness habit around concentrated health tonics, red ginseng chief among them. Taken as a small daily shot for a lift in energy and a sense of supported immunity. Whether or not you personally buy every single claim on the box, the underlying idea, an accessible, convenient, daily wellness ritual neatly packaged for normal, busy people, is genuinely smart. It quietly turns the vague intention of looking after your own health into a simple, repeatable habit you can actually keep. Seventh, the disposable heat pack. It is a small pouch you shake or snap open, and it gives off gentle, steady warmth for hours, slipped into a coat pocket or tucked inside a glove on a bitterly cold day. They are dirt cheap, sold everywhere, and they quietly turn a brutal, knuckle-aching cold morning into something genuinely bearable. It is exactly the kind of tiny, practical innovation that costs next to nothing yet measurably improves a hard winter day for millions of people at once. Eighth, the outdoor gym in every park. Korean parks are dotted with sturdy, weatherproof exercise machines, free for absolutely anyone to walk up and use. So a simple evening stroll can quietly turn into a real workout with no membership, no booking, and no cost whatsoever. You see people of every single age using them, and especially older folks keeping themselves strong, limber, and mobile. It quietly treats basic fitness as a public good, woven directly into the green spaces of the neighborhood, rather than something locked away behind an expensive monthly fee. Ninth, the Riverside Noodle Station. Along the banks of the Han River, convenience stores and dedicated machines let you cook up fresh instant noodles right there in the park, so a spontaneous evening out by the water comes with a hot, cheap, satisfying meal already built right into it. It quietly turns an ordinary stretch of riverbank into an effortless place to gather, eat, talk, and unwind. The whole simple setup seems to say, without ever spelling it out, that enjoying your own city should be easy, cheap, and genuinely open to everyone in it. 10th, hot water the instant you turn the tap. Korean homes are very widely set up to deliver hot water the moment you open the faucet, using efficient on-demand systems instead of a single tank that runs stone cold halfway through the dishes. There is no waiting, no rationing, no nasty cold surprise right in the middle of a shower. It is a basic everyday comfort done genuinely right, and once you have lived for a while with truly instant, effectively endless hot water, the old tank and pray way starts to feel like a small daily indignity. 11th, the UV sterilizer box. Korea quietly normalized small ultraviolet sterilizing boxes for the things you handle constantly: baby bottles, phones, toothbrushes, cleaning them quickly and thoroughly without a drop of chemicals. For new and exhausted parents especially, it takes a tedious, slightly anxious daily chore and makes it fast, simple, and reliable. It is a sensible use of very ordinary technology to handle something almost everyone needs, but that surprisingly few places have ever bothered to make this easy. 12th, the heated stone or jade mat. Reaching well beyond the simple electric mat, Korea makes heated sleeping mats topped with stone or jade, prized for the steady, deep, soothing warmth they give off, especially among older people who swear by them. They quietly turn an ordinary bed into a genuine source of comforting heat all through the long, cold months. It is really an old idea, the ancient warm floor, cleverly reinvented as something you can lie down and sleep directly upon, and it has earned a devoted following for very good reason. 13th, vacuum-sealed kimchi and side dishes you can simply order in. Korea has quietly perfected packaging fermented food and prepared side dishes so they stay genuinely fresh, sealed, and shippable, ordered straight to your door whenever you like. It means proper, traditional, home-style food stays within easy reach even for people with no time to make it all from scratch. A cuisine built on dozens of small dishes became something you can keep stocked in the fridge and enjoy on any ordinary weeknight. 14th, the smart air purifier tied to the live forecast. A great many Korean homes run air purifiers that quietly respond to real-time air quality readings, ramping themselves up the moment outdoor fine dust spikes. All of it tracked on an app you can simply glance at before deciding whether to open a window. It quietly turns the invisible, abstract problem of air quality into something visible, concrete, and genuinely manageable inside your own four walls. Clean indoor air stops being a matter of pure luck and becomes something you can actually see, control, and trust day to day. What quietly ties all 14 of these together is just how unglamorous, and yet how blindingly useful, every single one of them is. A machine for noodles. A mat that heats the person instead of the room. Water at any temperature on tap. A patch of exercise gear sitting in the park. Not one of them is the least bit flashy, and that, in the end, is precisely the point. They are not about showing off. They are about quietly removing real friction from ordinary, everyday life, again and again, in ways almost any country could easily build. The genuinely strange part is not that Korea has them all. It is that, decades after each one has so clearly proven itself, so much of the wider world still simply does not. Maybe the future is not some far-off thing we are all still waiting for. Maybe it is already quietly here, just very unevenly shared out.